All right, so to graph this, we want to look at a number of things. Start out with, we want to find the amplitude, the b value, the period, the h, and the k. And if you get in the habit of looking at those consistently, we should be pretty good. The amplitude is this value right there, 1/2, and it's always positive. The b value is whatever's in front of the x. Usually you want to factor that out of the parentheses, but because it's 1, it's irrelevant. The period is always 2 pi divided by b, or 2 pi in this case. The h is always the opposite of what that sign is. So we're going to go negative pi over 2, and there's no k value. So once we've identified those, we should be able to then label our x and y axis appropriately. The y axis I would simply just label with my amplitude. Okay, the x axis is labeled with the period. The period was 2 pi, so 2 pi, half of that is pi, half of that is pi over 2, 1 pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2 allows me to count that out. And if I need to, I can always put one back here at negative pi over 2. Now, 5 significant points here. This is a sine function. That sine function tells me that it's going to start at the origin because there's no reflection. It's positive. It's going to go up, and we're going to be able to plot those 5 points pretty quickly. Unfortunately, here there is a shift, so I've got to add something to this. This graph here is not my final graph. This graph is not my final graph. I know that I'm going to have to shift this to the left, pi over 2. Remember, the left means we're going to shift everything this way, pi over 2 units. So I'm now going to take all 5 of those points and move them, pi over 2. And I get these points back here. There's one period of my sine function right there. I could continue, but I really only need one period for now. And we're done. There's no vertical shifts, so it's finished.